Hello, I'm Colin Sullivan.
And I'm Megan Honey.
And this is Almost Live, a show that'll tell you the who's who and what's what of Telluride in Mountain Village. On today's show, we're going to be talking to Catherine Warren and getting the local entertainment scene with her Warren Commission. And then we're going to go to Patrick Latcham for Through the Window Weather.
And later on, I'm going to be sitting down with psychotherapist Dr. Paul Hokemeyer talking about his new show on Channel 12, PsyOps. And then we're going to have a chat with Patrick Legans on some late night eats.
And then we got a retro ride flashback for you to the 4th of July, Telluride 1960s style. All right, let's go over to Patrick and see what that beautiful June weather is doing. Patrick?
Thanks, Colin. I'm Patrick Latcham here at the Telski offices with your Through the Window weather report. It should be a lovely weekend. Friday is looking like sunny skies with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 38 degrees. Don't forget to bring a sweater or a nano puff because it's going to get a little chilly at night. Saturday and Sunday are going to be partly cloudy with highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s. There's only a 20% chance of precipitation this weekend and in the upcoming week. But let's hope that bumps up in time for the 4th of July so we can get some fireworks. Let's talk about hiking and biking. I recommend taking the Jurassic Trail from Mountain Village all the way into town via the River Trail. Or if you are a bit more extreme, riding the gondola trails, which open up on Saturday, the July 1st. Prospect Trail is sure to be riding well. The wildflowers are looking beautiful and are totally popping off right now. And a great hike to check out those wildflowers is the Wasatch Trail. It's a long one, but it's well worth it. You can access it near the top of Bear Creek Trail, and be sure to bring lots of snacks and water. The sun is setting around 8:20 p.m. and rising around 6 a.m. So be sure to get outside and enjoy these long days. That's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Through the Window Weather.
Thanks so much, Patrick. Now let's see what's going on in the entertainment scene with the Warren Commission.
And we're joined by Catherine Warren. She's back. What do you got on your Warren Commission for us this week?
We've got all sorts happening. With it being the 4th of July, there's something almost every single night for music fans. The only problem is deciding what you want to do and pacing yourself so you don't get burnt out.
Pacing yourself is always good at altitude.
Yes.
What about Telluride? What's going on in
Telluride? Things kick off on Friday with Jeff Plankenhorn playing at the Liberty. He's doing also on Thursday night a steel guitar workshop at the Telluride Music Store. It's going to be really cool. Go see him talk about his craft and then see him perform the next night. He's a soulful singer-songwriter. And then on Saturday night, we have Dirty Dozen Brass Band at the Sheridan Opera House.
Nice.
We're very excited about that.
The Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
The Dirty Dozen Brass Band.
Wow.
They're celebrating their 40th anniversary with a tour this summer. And we have them in town as part of the Telluride Plein Air, which is a fundraiser for the Sheridan Arts Foundation.
Yes.
And
what is plein air exactly?
We bring in 21 nationally recognized artists who've applied through a juried process, and they spend the entire week painting throughout the town of Telluride and in the surrounding mesas, capturing the beauty of the region on canvas.
Amazing.
And then Friday through Tuesday through the 4th of July, there's all sorts of events.
And so the Dirty Dozen, the brass band, which is also an amazing show, it's probably going to be an amazing show, right?
Yes.
It's the Dirty Dozen, is a fundraiser for that.
Yes, it's part of that lineup of events, and all the artists, we like to show them all aspects of what we do at the Sheridan Arts Foundation, and of course one of those things is producing music. So
it's incredible.
Come party with the artists and check out Dirty Dozen and help them celebrate their 40th anniversary.
There's some stuff going on in Mountain Village too now,
Yes.
right? Because it's summertime, so they have the
Yes.
concert series and everything.
Absolutely. They actually kick things off on Friday night, the night before Dirty Dozen, with Rebirth Brass Band at Club Red.
Nice.
And those guys they're probably buddies with Dirty Dozen. They each list each other as influences. So, typical New Orleans musicians, they all play together. And they will be in Club Red on Friday night. Music starts at 8:30. You may have seen them on HBO's Treme, and they're also Grammy Award winners.
Amazing.
So, New Orleans fans and music fans get a double dose of the goodness
There you
this
go.
weekend.
Get your brass out this weekend.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then
Anything else?
also on Monday is the annual Red, White, and Blues concert. And this year they're taking it to the blues. They're taking the blues aspect very seriously with the fabulous Liz Wright, who is a singer-songwriter or jazzy, soul, R&B, all the good things combined. And that's free right outside here in Sunset Plaza at 4 o'clock on Monday the 3rd.
Amazing.
And then the week of music wraps up with the Everly Brothers Experience, which is a tribute show by the Zmed Brothers.
Okay.
On
It's not the actual Everly Brothers.
no, unfortunately,
Not like
they
zombie,
couldn't
not like a
come to-
zombie show.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Some other brothers.
Yeah. They look,
Tributing
these
those-
guys look like the Everly
Yeah,
Brothers
they do.
too, right?
They do.
Yeah, okay.
It's the tribute bands are pretty incredible with their commitment to honoring whatever band they're tributing. But that is on Wednesday, July 5th, up at Club Red as well.
Great.
And of course, there's plenty of other things going on. I could talk to you for about 30 minutes about the entire lineup, but
It's
that's
all
it for
good.
now.
We'll visit you every week and we'll figure out what's going on.
Great.
Thanks a lot for being here again,
thanks
Catherine.
for having me.
Hey, the Bears are back in town, so we need to hear from one Mr. Lionel Starr so that we know what to do. Lionel, take it away.
Guess you just got back today. Them wild-eyed bears have been away. Haven't eaten much today, so I think the bears are hungry. They were asking where food could be found, if there were unlocked trash bins in town, so they could eat it and throw it around. 'Cause they can't seem to fill up on berries. The bears are back in town. The bears are back. Bears are back. I said the bears are back in town. The bears are back. The bears are back. The bears are back in town. The bears are back. The bears are back.
Hey guys, we're back, and we're just about to watch a really exciting clip from our retro ride of 1960s Telluride in Telluride's favorite holiday, 4th of July. Yeah, man.
My favorite.
It is. It is your favorite holiday. It's my favorite holiday. And I'll tell you what, I've directed Shakespeare now for the past, I've directed for like 3 years, but I've been producing for a while now with the company, and it's a non-negotiable. You have to have it off.
You have to.
And I know, I get it. I get that other people have it off, but it's just, there's something really wild about it here in Telluride.
It's special.
It is special.
It's next level special here.
You have a game which is as American of a game as you could possibly. It's apple pie and the Star Spangled Banner, and then
Slip and slide kickball.
slip and slide kickball. So I just learned about this. It seems relatively dangerous, which is fine because it goes right along with everything else. Tell the folks at home how it is that they could get involved in this kind of thing.
Okay, so after the parade, all the floats have gone down Main Street. Everybody's hanging out. You're probably wondering what to do next. There's going to be the Fireman's Barbecue and the picnic. Go to that, get some barbecue chicken, hang out. There's a bunch of games. But make sure you kind of wander back towards the stage on the baseball, softball fields, and we're going to play slip and slide kickball. And earlier I was trying to explain some rules to Colin, and basically how this sets up is instead of running to each base, we're going to put about 10 yards of tarp in front of each base. And we're going to cover it in baby oil, we're going to cover it in dish soap, we're going to spray it down with water, and instead of running to the base, you have to slide to each base. And it is just as dangerous and just as stupid as it sounds, but it's awesome.
So when you, I have a couple of questions.
I'm sure.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Yes, I will pick you for my team.
Okay, that's amazing. I probably will not be doing it as I have a child and not a lot of
Aw,
insurance.
that's
So it's he has to have a dad. And it does not. This does not sound like a game where you walk up where everybody walks away. Okay.
No.
What is the So
Casualties.
when you're sliding in, what's the deal? How do you get up and then run? Do you get up and it's like a clown show trying to get up?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're
Absolutely.
also. And then is the person at the base attempting to stop you, or do they just let
No,
you through? Oh,
the end of the
okay.
tarp is technically the end of the base, and we play with a really large like kickball, and people throw it at you, and you get pegged, you get hit, people
Yeah.
get scrapes, people break hands and foots and everything else, but it's part of it. It's a great game. It's a great time. It's a great celebration of our youth.
It does sound like something that would happen like right in the middle of the day on
Oh,
the
yeah.
4th of July.
It's amazing.
So I guess that's what we do in today's time. So I guess we should take a look at what they did in the 1960s here
Yes.
in Telluride.
So we're gonna head to a clip right now of the Telluride 4th of July parade in the early 1960s, and it is fantastic. It is as silly as you think it is, and it's got a lot of Colin's favorite costumes in it.
Sure. Sure. I'm with it. I like jeans. I like jeans all year round. Let's go. Retro ride.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that clip as much as we did when we watched it.
Pretty amazing.
That was pretty great. So here at Telluride TV, we have about 30 years of retro footage, everything from tab shows, past 4th of July parades, you name it, we have it. And so if you have something, a clip that you think we would enjoy, that you want to put on the air, give us a call, and Colin's going to tell you how to get in touch with us.
To get involved, you can give us a call or send us an email. If you want to email us, it's tim, at TellurideTV.org. If you want to call us, the number is 970-708-3839. Or tag us at Telluride TV on Instagram or Facebook. All right, now we're going to spend a minute with Chef Patrick Legans, the wine geek food freak, and see what he's cooking up. I think it's some late night linguine.
And if you like what you see of his, you can head over to Telluride TV's YouTube channel and check out more of his foodie spots.
Patrick, take it away.
Hi, I'm the wine geek food freak, Patrick Legans. Right now I'm making an old school Italian late night, 2 o'clock in the morning dinner. It's extra virgin olive oil. I've already got it heated up. I've got some linguine pasta almost ready in the water, about 10, 12 minutes. Keeping that al dente. I'm gonna put some garlic in here, diced up garlic. 2 cloves worth. I'm making it for 2 people, so I usually do a clove a person. You know, on a smaller to medium sized garlic cloves. I'm gonna put 2 anchovies. I'm gonna let that garlic blonde just a little bit. Put a little crushed red pepper in there. It's supposed to be a little spicy. And then a little bit of parsley. That's all the ingredients. I'll take it off the stove here. Make sure my anchovies are dissolving. My garlic is nice and blonding. Always, if you can, you want to take your pasta directly from the pot. A little bit of water is good. There we go. I'll put a little salt in there. Always that coarse ground sea salt. Toss it up. And that's perfect. And plate it right there, give it a little twist. There we go, a little parsley to finish. And voila. Until next time, remember, all you need is good ingredients, some care, and a minute of your time, and you can eat like me, Patrick Legans, the wine geek food freak.
Late night linguine. Thank you, Patrick. I won't forget that one soon. I am here with Dr. Paul Hokemeyer, and I'm very, very excited to sit down with him and get to know him, and that way you get to know him, and we're going to chat and just figure out what's going on in his brain and what he does for a living and what makes him so special. Paul, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to be part of the new show. And
Of course.
The new Telluride TV and
Yeah.
part of the Telluride community. So
Great.
Thanks.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you specialize in, your day-to-day, things you do, things that you write about, things that you love?
So the first thing that I love is Telluride.
Yeah,
Telluride's an
of
amazing
course.
community, and it's exciting for me now to be a part of this community. I've been coming here for the past 16 years,
Wow.
part-time, based out of New York City. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in New York City.
Okay.
And I actually work all over the world. I was just about 20 minutes ago trying to find a Arabic translator who would speak in
Wow.
a Lebanese dialect, and I did that. I accomplished that, which is sort of the power of the internet.
Technology.
And so I started coming here about 16 years ago with my husband, Jim Johnson, and fell in love with the community. And then around 3 years ago, we decided to sell the apartment in New York City.
You love the city.
Which I love New York City. New York City is an amazing
Of
city.
course.
And we became Telluride locals. So I
Good
have
for
a
you.
Colorado driver's license.
You did the whole thing.
I did the whole thing. I'm in the process of trying to get to getting a license to practice
Yeah.
in Colorado. And my work basically, I work around relational health. So what's our relationship with ourselves like? What's our relationship with our loved ones, with our community, with our environment? So my work is very relational, and I work primarily, I started my training in the realm of addictions.
Oh,
and
wow.
there's no shortage of things that we
Certainly
can get
not. I'm sure you're
addicted
busy all the
to.
time.
So, and then how those addictions manifest themselves relationally.
Yeah.
So that's the nature of my work.
That's pretty neat. So what are you looking to bring to the Telluride community as far as your practice and the things that you do on your day-to-day operations?
Just sort of a focus on relational health. You know, we're living in times that are quite challenging.
Yeah.
I think we're living in a period where we have a crisis of trust. We don't really know who to trust, right?
Crisis of trust.
Crisis of trust.
Is that copyrighted?
Oh,
Is that
maybe we
yours?
can. Maybe
I
it is
like
now.
that.
Maybe because we broadcasted it, it is. So can we put a little C after this?
I'm gonna start doing that. It's a crisis of trust. I like that. Man.
Well, you know, we don't know who to, we're told we can't trust anybody, right? We were told we can't trust our elected officials, we can't trust the media, we can't trust the healthcare system to take care of us, we can't trust the educational system to educate us. So where does that leave us? It leaves us in this profound sense of anxiety.
Yeah.
And getting back to things that we can trust. And we can trust ourselves, you know, because basically we're
human beings are very intuitive. We know we're actually called to heal. So we're self-healing organisms, and things get in the way. So we need to go back to that foundation of learning how to trust ourselves and learning how to trust that voice that tells us, no, that's not a very good idea to do that. And as we reach for that third drink or that cigarette or that third piece of chocolate cake, we know intuitively we shouldn't be doing this, and yet we're just called to do it. Or being in toxic relationships.
Yeah. Which is a form of addiction in itself, too.
Totally. And in fact, I think it's one of the most challenging addictions. Of course. Because that's so primal, isn't it? Where we are, as human beings, we're like called to connect with each other, right? We want to attach to another human being. And toxic relationships, unhealthy relationships are just really they're harder than heroin addictions to break because they're so primal.
Oh, yes. So, in a bit, we are going to watch a clip of you on the streets of Telluride, interviewing a few people. And can you tell me a little bit about what this clip, the bigger show that it's a part of?
So, we're doing this show now on Telluride TV. Carly is my sidekick.
Oh.
And we're going to the streets of Telluride to explore what it means to be a human being.
Yeah.
So we're looking at issues. The first one we're doing is on narcissism. We kind of surveyed
plenty of fodder in Telluride, I'm sure.
We kind of surveyed the community. We're like, what do you want to know about? People are like, I want to know about narcissism, which is very topical.
Of course.
So we've taken to the streets and we've asked people just passing by, what is narcissism? What do you think about narcissism? How does it impact you? And then Carly and I sit down and have a dialogue about what's the clinical diagnosis of narcissism, and Carly asked me some very insightful questions about why are we attracted to narcissists, how do we get out of relationships with narcissism, and so with narcissists. And so that's the nature of the show. That's what we're going to be doing, taking to the streets of Telluride to explore psychological issues.
So it'll be a different theme every week.
Different theme, and we want to hear from the audience. We want to hear from the viewers what they're interested in, because this is a community program and we're very much part of the community, and so we'd love to hear from you guys, to you guys, where the camera is, what you want to hear about. So stay tuned.
That's great, and that'll be on Telluride TV channel.
It'll be on Telluride TV,
Great.
and it'll be live streaming on the website as well.
That's very exciting. Okay, now we're going to head to that clip of Dr. Paul Hokemeyer on the streets talking to some locals about narcissism.
Episode of what? What are we?
PSYOPs.
PSYOPs?
It's called PSYOPs.
Okay.
So it's the show kind of about psychological issues.
Oh, I get it. PSYOPs.
And we are talking about narcissism. Have you ever heard of that word?
I have heard of the word. I'm not sure I could define it.
When you think of a narcissist, you think someone's obsessed with themselves.
Someone who thinks they're the best and is overly self-confident. That's kind of what I would attribute it to. Someone who their ego gets ahead of them.
Narcissism is a overly self-confidence or self-love of oneself. I said self a lot.
That's where the very heart of it. And how does it impact relationships?
It impacts relationships fairly negatively from what I understand about narcissism.
And have you ever been around a narcissist?
I have.
And how does that person make you feel?
Sometimes a bit crazy.
Having a conversation with a narcissist is usually centered more on them, and you're just like, all right, just listening.
Common in today's society.
I come from the millennial times that everybody's thinking that we are very narcissistic with the cell phones, the selfies, a lot of self-absorbed, and I think also too, our society, our social skills are decreasing in a way, so we also don't have much to talk about these days other than ourselves.
Man, I would like to hope that increased connection and, through social media or being able to stay in touch with folks, I would like to hope that would increase empathy, but I think that a lot of times it turns the lens inward. And I don't know if that counts as narcissism, but I definitely think people end up more focused on their own world, more self-involved or self-conscious.
If you were to render a guess, how would you say a person gets out of having a narcissistic personality?
Finding something better than themselves, maybe potentially beauty in mountains.
And what is bigger for you personally? What do you find bigger than yourself?
Most definitely the same thing, those beauty in the mountains, living here in Telluride, community that we have here in Telluride. It's much bigger than I am, so.
It doesn't take a lot of external things to just recognize the beauty that's all around you, and that's certainly what we have here, and it's why we keep coming back.
had to remind myself from walking down the street today because it's really crowded at this time of year. It's not all about me, of what I'm trying to go do, you know, having that idea of we're all connected in some way and just helping each other out.
What's your wish for the world in 2017?
More connectivity, more love, more peace, you know, all the catchwords, but, you know, they can't be said enough.
What's the one thing that would unite the world?
The answer is solving world peace. That's a tough question. How do we solve world peace? I don't know. And maybe tying it back, maybe less narcissism. Maybe that's the answer.
Hey gang, we're back, and if you didn't catch it at the top of our program, let's go over to Patrick Latcham for Through the Window weather.
Thanks, Colin. I'm Patrick Latcham here at the Telski offices with your Through the Window weather report. It should be a lovely weekend. Friday is looking like sunny skies with a high of 69 degrees and a low of 38 degrees. Don't forget to bring a sweater or a nano puff because it's going to get a little chilly at night. Saturday and Sunday are going to be partly cloudy with highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s. There's only a 20% chance of precipitation this weekend and in the upcoming week. But let's hope that bumps up in time for the 4th of July so we can get some fireworks. Let's talk about hiking and biking. I recommend taking the Jurassic Trail from Mountain Village all the way into town via the River Trail. Or if you are a bit more extreme, riding the gondola trails, which open up on Saturday, the July 1st. Prospect Trail is sure to be riding well. The wildflowers are looking beautiful and are totally popping off right now. And a great hike to check out those wildflowers is the Wasatch Trail. It's a long one, but it's well worth it. You can access it near the top of Bear Creek Trail, and be sure to bring lots of snacks and water. The sun is setting around 8:20 p.m. and rising around 6 a.m. So be sure to get outside and enjoy these long days. That's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Through the Window Weather.
Well, Almost Live is almost over.
But if you missed any part of our program, never fear. We're going to show it again right now and through the weekend, and we'll be back next Friday with a brand new Almost Live.
But before we go, we want to thank some of our sponsors, the towns of Telluride and Mountain Village, the Telluride Foundation, and the Telluride Ski and Golf Company. See you next Friday, guys.
They should show just like the outtakes of us on the couch, like.